Here we are at the page that is titled Hot Topics, and this is where blog posts in this system go. When I hover over either the picture in a blog post or I hover over the title in a blog post, when I click on it, it will actually come in here to the blog post, and I will see that in the blog post it will say by Century 7, which that is my username since I'm logged into the system right here. It'll say when it was created. It'll say what category it's in, as well as providing a link so they can view all the posts in that particular category if they want to. It will show if there's a comment and if it has been shared at all. Scroll down, you will see the image, the featured image is put up here at the top, and then we have content down below here. We have an author box, and then directly below that we have all of the share links. So we go further down, we'll see this is the section where they can create comments, and directly below that we will see that there is an area for a person to add a comment. Now, I'm logged into the system. So since I'm logged into the system, there isn't an area up here to add in information about the user. If a person wasn't logged into the system, then there would be an area up here for them to enter in their name and also an email address into the system so that they would be able to leave a comment. So what I want to do here in this video is show you exactly how to create a blog post. Creating a blog post is very simple in this system. I'm going to come into the dashboard over here and come over to posts, and I'm just going to go into the main post interface here so you can see the main post interface. Here we've got our example blog post, and if I wanted to edit that, I could click here to go in and edit that blog post, or out front here I could just click edit post right up here just like I can with the page, and it will bring me back here so that I can edit the blog post. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back out to the front of the site here. I'm going to go back out just to the main blog page here. And I'm going to come back, and I'm going to also go back here. And I'm going to click on the Add New blog post button, and that's going to go ahead and bring me to a page so that I can add a new post. I could also have come under here in this menu right here and click New and come down and click Post, or over here I could have clicked Add New Post. So there's about 3 different ways to go ahead and get to this new post screen. I'm going to go ahead and give it a title of, I'm going to go ahead and give it a title of New Post 2. This is where the post content would go. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to come up here to Swift Page Builder. And I have the option of using the Swift Page Builder here in this post if I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and come down here to the elements. I'm going to add a text block. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a single image. And then I'm going to add a divider and another block of text. Now, I want this image to be over here, and I want this text to be over here. So the way that I'm going to do that actually is, if you'll see this on the other side of where you have your edit and your clone button and your delete button, you will see that you have 2 slider options and you'll see that this currently says 1-to-1. As I begin to click this and move it over, you'll see that it changes right here. You'll see now it says 1/2. And if I match these 2 to be 1/2, you'll notice that they fall in line with each other, one right after. So now they're in the same row. I could make this like a 1/3 and leave that a 1/2, and they would still stay in the same row. It would simply put an offset over here, the system would. But I don't want the image there. I want the image over here. So I'm going to grab that image and I'm going to pull it over here. And now that's going to put the image here and the text block here. To add in the image, I'm going to click here and I'm going to click Add Image, and that's going to bring up my interface so that I can add some images from the media gallery that are already in there if I want to, or I can come down here and click Select Files, and that will take me to my computer where I could go ahead and add images. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly add this image right here. You'll see below that I have the option for the image size. You'll want to almost always in this system leave that as full because the system is a responsive system, so that you really won't want to change that particular image size. Just leave it as full in this system and utilize what I just showed you with the 1/2, 2/3. It can go all the way down to 1/4. So utilize that to go ahead and size the image on the page. You don't want to utilize this right here. I'm going to go ahead and add a border frame to the image. Asks if the image is full width, meaning do I want that image to go all the way across this page out of the borders on the side and flood over the entire side of the page? No, I don't want it to do that. Here it says enable lightbox link, and that is when the image is there, if people click on that image, do I want that image to open up in a lightbox little it's a little animated box that comes up and shows the full-size image. In this particular image, I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and click no. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click save. If I wanted to change the text blocks, I could come in here and change the text in here and go ahead and click save, but I don't want to do that. But I do think that I will add another divider right below this. So I'm going to go ahead and clone this and bring this down here. I'm going to go ahead and add a new category here. And I'm just going to call this new category. And when I do that, it's going to automatically select that category and put it in there. I could have selected one of the categories that was right there, but I wanted to go ahead and create a new category, show you how to do that. Once you've created this new category in here, it will always be available for any other blog post you create. It'll just automatically be here and you can just select it. You don't have to add it in again. As I scroll down, it'll say, do I want a sidebar? When this page is actually viewed, do I want the sidebar to be there? Let's say I do. Okay, I want the sidebar to be on the right side, and I'm just going to go ahead and leave that as sidebar 1 because that's where all the items are for this sidebar. Then it's going to say thumbnail options. Post thumbnail type and thumbnail link options. I'm not going to change any of those. I don't really need to change any of those, so I'm not going to. Down here, you can write a custom excerpt if you want, but if not, the excerpt will be automatically generated. One thing you will want to do is set a featured image, which I'm going to do right here by clicking on this, and it will take me into either the media library, or I can choose to come here on my system and upload a file. I'm going to come in here to the media library, and I'm going to select this image right here, which I used for the first blog post. Once that's been uploaded, I'm going to go ahead and come up here and click Publish. And once I do that, now my blog post is published. I'm going to come back out here, and I'm going to refresh this main page here. And now you're going to see up at top, I have New Post 2. And when I click on New Post 2 and I go into it, now I see New Post. And I see the post the way that I configured it with this image over here, block of text over here, my featured image above. But now I'm going to come back out here and you're going to notice I have a featured image here and I have some text here, but I don't have any of that here at all. So I'm going to come back in to this, get rid of this over here. I'm going to edit the post. I'm going to come down here, and now where it says thumbnail options, right here, it says post thumbnail type, I'm going to choose image. It's going to say upload image. I'm going to click that. And I'm going to go to my media library because I already have this image in here. And I'm going to select my blog post 1 image. And I'm going to insert in the full size. Then down here where it says custom excerpt, I'm going to type in, say, this is my custom excerpt. Now I'm going to come up and click update. I'm going to come back out to the site and view the post. And to do that, there's a couple of ways I can do that. Now that the post has been updated, I have a link to view the post right here, or I can click on this link right here. Both of them will take me to the same page and allow me to go ahead and view the post. Okay, the post looks fine. It's just like I created. But let's go ahead and see what it looks like now on the main blog page. So now you'll see that now this is looking much more like the other blog post is looking. Now I have my thumbnail link option because I placed that in there. Now I have now underneath new post right here, I have my custom excerpt. Now I'm going to come into this post right here. And now let's say while I'm in this post, let's say that I don't want this image to come, I don't want this image here. If I don't want this image here, but I still want my thumbnail image to be available on the front so that when people see this, they see when people are looking at the main blog page, they see this featured image, but I don't want it to show up inside of the post itself. I'm just going to come over here and remove this featured image. Now, if you didn't want this to show up inside the post, simply don't set this featured image. Simply just set the thumbnail option over here. I'm going to go ahead and click Update, and then come back out to the site. And now when I view my primary post, you're going to see that now, instead of having the image that we had up there before, now I've got my image over here, my text block. I have my two horizontal rules, and I have my text block in between there. And if I come over here to Hot Topics, I still have my thumbnail image that I put in there before. I still have that available out here, but when I click into the post, it's not there anymore. Now I just have the post content. So that is pretty much how you create and edit posts here in WordPress. You don't have to use, of course, you don't have to use the visual page builder for a post. If you don't want to, you can just click and use the classic editor. You'll notice that in the classic editor right now, there's a bunch of short codes in here, and that is what the Swift page builder puts in there. So if I were to come in here and I wanted to change all that, I could just come right in here and get rid of all of this and then begin putting whatever content that I wanted in there. If I didn't want this post anymore, I'll go ahead and tell it that I want to leave the page instead of saving the changes that I just made. To get rid of the post, I'm going to come over here and click Trash. And that's going to put my post in the trash, not going to ask me to confirm the deletion, just going to put it in the trash. Now, it has not actually deleted it, it's just sent it to the trash. And since I have something in the trash, now I have next to all and published, I have a shortcut to go to that trash. I can go to that trash, and I could restore this, delete it permanently. If I had a bunch of these, I could select however many I wanted to select, and then I could apply a bulk action, such as restore or delete permanently. Or if I just want to empty everything that's in the trash, I can come over here and click Empty Trash. Once again, it is not going to ask me to confirm that. It's just going to empty the trash. So it's sending it to the trash is basically kind of like a built-in confirmation. It hasn't deleted it. It's just sent it to the trash. But once you're in the trash and you click Empty Trash, everything in that trash is going to be emptied, and it is no longer recoverable in any way. Categories, we created a new category, and I just used it as an example. I don't actually want it there. So I'm going to come in over here to categories, which is right under post, and you're going to see I have that new category that I created, as well as uncategorized. Now, you're going to know when I hover over uncategorized, something looks a little different, and that's because I don't have the delete button down here. You have to have the uncategorized category. You cannot get rid of it. It's built into WordPress. Otherwise, I could click on the category to come in here, and I could give the category a parent, so it was a subcategory. I could give it a description, which generally speaking, most themes do not show a category description. This would basically just be for your knowledge whatsoever. I could change the slug, which is the machine-readable name, or I could change the actual name, and when I was done, I would just need to click Update. If I want to delete the category, I just click on Delete. You will be asked to confirm your deletion, but once done and you confirm that deletion, now that category is permanently deleted. Any post that was assigned that category is now unassigned that category. The post is not deleted, but it's no longer assigned that category. So when you do delete categories, you do not delete any posts that were associated with them, but those posts will no longer show that category. If you recreate that category, the posts do not automatically get that category back. That category has been lost from them, and you will have to go back in and reset that category on those particular posts. Anyway, that is WordPress posts in a nutshell.